Nigeria's President Bola Tinubu has called for immediate intervention to stop the freefall of the nation's Naira. This was as he met with the acting governor of Nigeria's Apex Bank in Abuja, expressing worry over the effect on citizens and urging the central bank to act decisively. News Centre's Amadin Uyi reports.
The recent visit by the Director General of the World Trade Organization had indicated the need for Nigeria's government to take another look at the nation's economy. The free fall of Nigeria's Naira to the US dollars is a clear indication of a retrogressing economy. The World Trade Organization, DG, highlighted Nigeria's stark reality.
How do we support Nigerians at this time of need? We all know that things are very difficult for Nigerians outside. Everyone is struggling.
In a bid to address this fall, Nigeria's President Bola Tinubu met with the acting governor of the nation's Apex Bank at the State House in Abuja, expressing concerns and discussing extensively on modalities to address challenges dealing with Nigeria's falling Naira.
Mr. President was very concerned, or is very, very concerned, about some of the goings-on in the foreign exchange market. And one of the things we discussed were what could be done to stabilize and what could be done to improve the liquidity in the market and also the goings-on in the various other markets, including the parallel market.
The governor revealed that much is being done to ensure that the trend is stopped, and citizens will soon begin to feel the impact of these interventions.
Are doing something about it, assurances of which I have given him totally. So I hope this helps. We're looking at it and we're doing things which will significantly impact the market in a few days' time, and we will all see it. The intention is to ensure the environment operates at a level that's more efficient, but also that is also very reasonable and does not have a negative impact, to the best that we can, on the lives of the average person.
With a marching order given by President Bola Tinubu, the acting CBN governor has assured that no stone will be left unturned to rescue Nigeria's falling Naira. Amadin Uyi, reporting for News Central.
Many thanks, Amadin. To better understand the direction the federal government is headed, we are now joined by international financial analyst Opeoluwa Dapo-Thomas. Good to have you on Nigeria Tonight.
Thank you for having me today.
Will it be right to describe this as a policy somersault? If it is not, please help us make better sense out of this directive by the president.
Well, it's not a policy somersault. I mean, maybe they are really shocked by the rates volatility. But however, if the idea was to devalue the currency, I'm sure they are okay with the rates at this level. Maybe the volatility is a cause for concern. Maybe they don't know, okay, where does this stop? Because according to reports, a key support level has been broken. So maybe they are wondering that, okay, we need to intervene at this point. But most people forget that this is a managed float system, and a managed float system is a system where the central bank usually would intervene in the market. So now what he's saying basically is to scare speculators away. We have people who are making short, profits from the arbitrage that happens between the official rate and the black market, which currently as of today is about 18%. The last pegged fixed system we had was about 62%. And officially, you should have a black market system, or the premium between the black market and official rate should be about 5%. So right now, what they're trying to do is to intervene and ensure that speculative activity goes down. If you recall, the potential Minister of Finance, Mr. Wale Edun, said that he believes the fundamental value or the intrinsic value of the Naira is about the 700 region. So what we are seeing here is the central bank saying they are going to intervene, which obviously will bring some sort of stability to the markets. They will get some sort of liquidity from somewhere, that there are different sources they can get this liquidity from, and they can intervene in the market, give some respite to the economy.
What exact measure do you foresee the Central Bank of Nigeria adopting in realizing the target set for them by government?
Well, to be honest, there are a lot of strategies they can use, and he obviously has not really shared or communicated what particular strategy he wants to use. However, there are different options being for him. Number one, they could get some sort of BOP facility that obviously they wouldn't consume, but is used to stabilize the exchange rates from overshooting. They could get something from the IMF. They can also draw from some of their SDR. They could use their SDR rights with the IMF to act as collateral while they get some sort of loan from the US Federal Reserves. They can also see how they can channel remittances, which averages about $20 billion over the last 7 years. They can see how that can affect. They can also tap into some of their oil receipts that they have. So that would give you some sort of what do I call it, liquidity in the market. However, the timing is important, and this is where the acting CBN governor has to prove his mettle. There was an article written by the Economic Intelligence Unit that said the central bank wasn't experienced enough to manage float system. So this is where he has to prove his mettle. This is where he has to prove his worth, his coins, and he has to show that yes, they know how to intervene. They can take speculators off, bring stability to the market, and preserve and obviously achieve the economic objective of the federal government.
Before I let you go, and as briefly as you can, please, what do you consider the short, medium, and long-term consequences of this move by the federal government?
Well, in the short term, what they're going to do is to take away speculators if it's successful. Number one, success is defined by have they reduced the premium between the black market and the I&E window? Today, they've officially named the I&E window the Nigerian Foreign Exchange Market. So maybe they're trying to liberalize and say, everybody can be a willing player here. Everybody can be a willing buyer, willing seller. But the truth is, they have to find a way to bridge that gap and bring that convergence from the black market, even though they know that they are not responsible for the price in that black market. So the short-term goal would be to eliminate speculation. The medium-term goal would to see how you can achieve that convergence and ensure it remains at the 5%, like I said earlier, that is conventionally used worldwide. And the long-term goal is to see how they can bring in more inflows, how foreign portfolio investments can come in, FDIs can come in, non-oil exports can come in. What type of measures are they going to make that would make dollar inflow come into the country like we had in the early 2000s? So those are the important things that they have to do and they have to achieve. But in the short term, is to try and reduce speculative activity and offer some sort of respite to the market, which the market desperately needs at the moment.
Mr. Dapo-Thomas, thank you very much for your expert view.
Thank you very much for having me today.